Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Finally, how long? How long has TXT Track Time been calling for this? Since the channel was pretty much created, I've been onto the backs of the people in charge, whether it be the J3s, whether it be the clubs and institutions, right, about getting something set in place so that our athletes can practice their relay handoff, so that you can actually see which athlete may suit what leg best, and get all this set so that by the time you get around to major championship time and you see who makes the team, you have an understanding of, okay, who suits what leg, plus also who is missing from whatever leg, and grabbing the people that you think may best suit said leg and have them incorporated into Team Jamaica. Anyway, I've been calling for this for, I don't know, for 10,000 years as far as I'm concerned. As I said, since the channel was, pretty much created. And finally in 2025, they're doing it. Oh my gosh. I thought this would never happen. I was like, what is it going to take? How much embarrassment Jamaica is going to have to face, egg pound face and beer things for J3s, the clubs, to finally step up and do what is right. I think I can take some credit, don't you think? Should I pop my collar? Pop color. Right, but no, big and serious. Oh my gosh, I've been calling for this so many times. I've done so many relay videos, and to see this come to fruition, I'm actually happy. And I have to clap up the persons in charge that are finally getting this done. Now, coming up on the weekend, the 22nd of February, at the Gibson McCook Relays, we are going to get to have our 4x1 club/institutions, and we're more talking about clubs, start to finally practice, in competition, the 4x100 meters, to get themselves prepared for what is to come again when we head off, or when we should be selecting the team to head off to represent Jamaica at the Global Championships. This year will be the World Senior Championships in Japan, right? So we have to make sure that we get everything sorted out. And clearly over the years, you guys can see for yourselves where our progress in the relays has regressed, right? We no longer have any chemistry, right? It's even worse on the men's side, right? But we no longer have any chemistry to speak of, and the rest of the world is pretty much wiping us across the floor. And a lot of them have also stepped up to the plate, because maybe back in the day they didn't have as many members to form a 4x100 meter relay, but now they do. Or maybe they weren't practicing, but now they are. If you have anything to go off, just go off Team South Africa using 220 athletes. 220 athletes, and walking away with a silver medal at the Olympic Games. That says everything y'all need to know about what it really takes to win a medal in the 4x100 meter relays. Yes, you need the fast legs, but you also need chemistry, you need practice, and we're lacking both of those things. We start practice, we just a turn up and I just take button any and I run. Like, come on. All these countries that are involved in the 4x1 are actively practicing. And I remember last year, or was it the year before? I'm forgetting my years. Maybe it was last year, or maybe it was the year before. Anyway, I remember watching Team USA do what I thought Jamaica should have been doing a long time, which is, it doesn't matter where across the countries these clubs are. Just find yourself, at some meeting and have the athletes practice. And I said, why can't Jamaica do this? Jamaica is a minuscule dot in comparison to the big United States of America. And if they can figure it out, why can't Jamaica figure it out? We have, as I said, a handful of clubs, and most of the athletes, them have 10,000 athletes today. Them can form 10,000 relay team as far as I'm concerned. But no, they can form relay teams consisting of the people that, and this is not no slight to the other athletes, but we don't want to necessarily see a B string, C string athlete. We want to see the A string athletes competing and figuring it out, getting the passes, smooth, so that once championship rolls around, the little 1 week or 2 days or whatever they have to get things right, they already, have some ideas. It relates to who's going to run what leg first, right? And two, how to actually navigate their leg. So with that being said, it comes up over the weekend, and I'm happy that they've taken this first. I've actually already put out a video showing that, hey, they're actually in practice, in training, which is great, right? I remember when I was saying this, back in the day, some people used to come in the comment section and say, oh, they can't do it. What if they get injured? You mean to tell me that they stand more of a chance getting injured running the relay over just running? My gosh, I swear to you, y'all will find any excuse to keep up with BS that you see happening and not try to progress the sport. And I'm glad that sport is finally progressing in Jamaica and they're taking steps to move forward. So on the weekend, as I said, the 4x100 meters comes up. And we will see teams, like I said, elite performance, big guns like a Julian Ford that you would put in the main group of guys that you would say, if you want people representing Jamaica in the 4x1 actually making the team, he's a name to look out for. So he's part of the elite performance 4x100 meter team. Sprint Tech is also there. Not seeing any members just yet for who they have added, but Sprint Tech is a part of it. Dynamic Speed is a part of the club. A part of the conversation, and y'all know we're looking out for an Akeem Blake. He's a major factor for Jamaica when it comes to our 4x1. He's also here, ready to compete. Actually, I did see Dynamic Speed, so shout out to them. Dynamic Speed and Sprint Tech, they were at the Western Relays as well, so they've been getting their practicing from before, right? So again, kudos. They're going to these meetings and they're taking part in the 4x100 meters, getting their practice, on. Actually, I think I saw Akeem on the second leg for Dynamic Speed. So again, showing range, right? So that when the selectors look at these performances, they can say, all right, if I have 3 men that are starters and I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, out of you three, I think you best may run best at a second leg. Let me put you there. You know what I mean? You have to give these the coaches, metadata to work with, right? And we're not giving them nothing, count, not practice nothing. Our own claim say only can run certain leg. Them the days they're done, as I've said. So we're seeing an Akeem Blake, as I said, races is gonna be there. Oblique Seville, another major factor for Jamaica when it comes to the 4x1. So the big guns are turning up. They're turning up. They're ready to practice. They're tired of Jamaica having egg on our face coming out of these championships. I remember last year, Jamaica should have medal. I cried last year when Jamaica don't medal. Well, no. I took it very hard. I was hit totally, completely with Jamaica not even medaling in the 4x100 meters and things that could have been prevented if we took the time out, to actually have the athletes practice way beforehand, reshuffle them, on legs and actually, think about how you're structuring the legs. Because sometimes I don't think them I think about it. But in them just a show people on leg. I don't think they're really thinking about who suits what leg best. Right. So I'm hoping that coming out of these relay practice sessions that these, teams will have, that we will get more or at least better passing, more the athletes working together, right, a bit better. Also, we're gonna have, interestingly, I believe, I don't see MVP. I think we have UTech is going to be there, so I'm not seeing an MVP interest in the from a male perspective where they have their top athletes that they're sending. So I'm still keeping my eye on MVP because MVP still have a set of athletes that are part of the main factor for our team, right? So I want MVP to be a part of the conversation a bit more, right? So let's see what happens there. They also have a female section. Now it's really tricky with these females. Child, we not even know what some of them are trained. These people are all over the place. So the major athletes, you can't really, find, them to put them together to really train. I hope they figure something out quickly when it comes to these women. MVP as a set around there, right? So I'm hoping they're doing something with the set. They have Tia, they have Sherika Jackson. So I'm hoping that they can do something there. Maurice Wilson has a set there as well with Sprint Tech, right? Jodine Williams, Sasha Lee Forbes. So I'm hoping that, they can, send a set of athletes to compete in the 4x100 meters. And I'm talking the good set, right? So far, I'm seeing that, teams are down, don't know who is going to be competing from a female perspective. I'm hoping that the major athletes compete because they're really the ones that we need to make sure that they get practice in. The days of, box shuffling with a relay is done as far as I'm concerned. The rest of the world can do it. Jamaica can do it too. Also, additionally, which is, great, we are now going to be having a World Indoor Championship qualifier. Yes, Jamaica is now doing a World Indoor Championship qualifier. So this is actually amazing as well. Like, I mean, 2025, I guess we're just tired of the foolishness. Hopefully, at least that's my thought, right? We're going to be having a World Indoor Championship qualifier. So on the 1st of March, this is when this is scheduled, right? The athletes will, enter to qualify. No, I am not entirely sure, though. I did try to get some additional information. I'm not entirely sure if this qualifier is based on the fact that you may not have the automatic qualification standard and you're looking to get it. So you're competing here to get it. Or if this is if you want to compete, you have to finish top two, and that's how you end up going. And you have to compete here in order to represent Jamaica at the World Indoor Championships, right? So that's the only concern in my brain when it comes to that. But I still think, it's a good look for us to have a World Indoor Championship qualifier, regardless of the reasoning, whether it be, for a qualification mark or for a just, like how American many countries. As a matter of fact, do many countries actually have a World Indoor Championship? I don't know. I know America does. America has a World Indoor Championship qualifying meet where, that's how they select the athletes that represent the country at the World Indoor Championship. So if that's what Jamaica is doing, then yeah, that's a step in the right direction as well. Though I will say I'm a bit it's a bit of a damper this year because many people don't seem to be interested in wanting to compete. So honestly, I don't know if we're going to have a strong representation at the World Indoor Championships, even though we have athletes that are competing really well over many distances. They may choose not to compete, right? So with that said, Trackies, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you happy that we're finally taking the step forward to be competing? In the 4x100 meters so the athletes can get that good practice in. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.